Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
Hello, namaskar and adab to all my friends, from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. There is a saying which says, if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. However, if character is lost, everything is lost. So today we will talk about the something lost in our lives, which is health. And while health is something lost, it can be a very important loss, especially if it's a debilitating health, or if it's a chronic ailment, or if it's a serious ailment. So it's important for us to, through the use of astrological means, know if there is a higher probability of certain afflictions happening in our lives, especially related to health, so that we can try and see if we can halt that affliction or handle that affliction better, or be able to cure that if it's incumbent upon us to go through that challenge. And so how do we see the health challenges or health probable challenges through a quick and easy way, as part of the quick and easy series that I am doing, to check various astrological placements effect on various areas of our lives. So let's jump into and understand through a quick and easy way. When you look at the horoscope through a few glances and a few minutes, can we know if there are any certain areas of life which may hamper our development, hamper the good life, hamper the normal life through health afflictions. So first and foremost, it is important to note that from the first house to the 12th house, each house denotes certain body parts. So the first and foremost is that depending on which house has afflictions, sometime in some area of our life or some period of our life, that particular body part associated with that particular house can give you trouble, can give you afflictions, can give you challenges, can give you ill health, can also give you serious ailments. So the stronger the affliction, the stronger can be the dissemination. So if any house is very seriously impact, the body part that house represents surely at some time or some period in your life will surely give you challenge. It could be a small challenge, or it could be a big challenge. So the number of afflictions, the number of doshas which are connected, the number of malefics which are involved, and the strength of the house and the house lord, all will cater to or contribute to how serious the ailment can be and whether you can get out of the ailment or not. So right from the first house, which denotes the head, then the second house which denotes the mouth area, then the third house which denotes the neck and the hands, then the fourth house which represents the chest or the heart area, then the fifth house which represents your visceral organs, and then the sixth house which represents your intestines, and so on. Each house will represent a certain area of life. Now the first to the seventh house are most crucial, most critical, because these are the more softer aspects of life, because these are the representative or organs without which life just cannot be normal. Beyond the 8th house, because the 8th house reflects your pubic area, and 8th house onwards, the 9th house represents the hip area, then the 10th house is the knees, then the 11th house is the calves, and the 12th house is the feet. So each of these houses, including the 7th house which shows our generative organs, they represent a certain organ or certain area of our body or certain part of our body, and serious affliction of that particular house can bring a challenge, issue, or serious problem in that area of that house. So now that we have talked about what each of the houses represents, if any house is very seriously afflicted, that body part can surely give you challenges. So for example, one of the things to see is the lagna being very important part of our lives. If the lagna is very strong, then many of the other challenges can be tided over, or can be handled, or can be controlled, or remain in your control. But if the lagna is very seriously afflicted, then there could be challenges. For example, 2 or more malefics in the lagna is really a sorry state of affairs, unless benefics aspect that house, or in some way share energy with that house, then it could be a lesser affliction, it could be a periodic challenge which you can tide over. So the Lagna is very, very crucial. The second is that any house, apart from the house getting afflicted, the house lord and the Karaka of that house are very, very important. Say for example, the second house constitutes a language, a tongue, a speech also, and the Karaka of the second house is Jupiter. So in that way Jupiter is also related to speech. So if the second house is very, very strongly afflicted, the second lord is very, very strongly afflicted, and Jupiter itself is in debilitation, or placed with Ketu, or placed with two malefics, or placed in a very inimical sign along with another malefic, or combusted by the sun, or placed in a dosha like a Guru Chandal dosha, then if the second house is afflicted, second lord is afflicted, and Jupiter is afflicted, then speech can be a problem. Somebody may stammer, use abusive language, may not be able to control how much they talk. Either such people can talk a lot, so much they can talk that they become very, very talkative, or they may be very, very quiet, they may hardly talk, or they may have a speech problem where either their speech is not very clear or their vocabulary is very, very limited. They may not be able to convey their thoughts clearly. So basis how the house lord and the Karaka are placed, there can be various challenges. Then the third thing is the situation of the 6th house, the 8th house and the 12th house. These are the Dusthanas. As we said, the 6th house represents the stomach area or the intestinal area. So the food that we eat can also show or the area related to food that we eat, that is the stomach and the intestinal area, can also show challenges to our health related to the intestinal tract. So digestive related challenges or connected to certain food habits, the 6th house can also show ailments. For example, if Jupiter is debilitated in the 6th house or forming some relation with the 6th house, then diabetes or cholesterol related challenges which can be related to your eating habits also can be related. So if the 6th house is strongly afflicted, Jupiter is strongly afflicted, 6th lord is strongly afflicted, then such a person can also have issues related to cholesterol and diabetes. And if the 4th house is afflicted, moon is strongly afflicted, then chest related or heart related ailments can also play a part. So connect the respective house and a Dusthana with a planet and see which planet rules the Dusthana, and if the planet which rules the Dusthana, the 6th, 8th or 12th is also under affliction and the Karaka of the place is under affliction, then there will be a challenge. For example, if Mars is strongly afflicted, or Mars is combusted, or Mars is eclipsed by Rahu or Ketu, or the Mars is debilitated, or Mars is retrograde, small or bigger challenges may happen related to your blood pressure. Small accidents may also happen. You may also have issues with your muscles every now and then. Energy may wane, your capacity to work may be less. If Saturn is afflicted, bones become a challenge, and usually with Saturn so happens that if Saturn gets connected to a Dusthana or any house, then the body part, if it develops any ailments, then the correction of that ailment takes time. That particular body part can become a chronic ailment and take time to heal. If Saturn somehow gets connected to the 6th house by virtue of aspect, not ruling the 6th house, then Saturn becomes stronger, and then the 6th house is protected. If Saturn is placed in the 6th house in a friendly sign, it still protects the chronic ailments. 6th house is the house of chronic ailments, but the chronic ailment may be under control and may not trouble you so much. But if the 6th house is afflicted and Saturn, say for example, aspects the 6th house with the 3rd aspect, even with its 10th aspect, then the chronic ailment may take more time. If 6th and 8th get associated, then the 8th house, if it goes into the 6th house, it means that, especially in an inimical placement, it could mean that a problem suddenly flares up, which the 8th house represents, and then becomes a chronic ailment. So one fine day you realize you have diabetes, it suddenly pops up because of some challenge, you have some health issue that you get which pops up immediately, and it becomes a chronic ailment because of 6th house getting associated. If 8th house and 12th house get associated through a malefic placement, then the 8th house can give you accident or sudden challenges and issues which requires long hospitalization, which the 12th house represents. If the 6th and the 12th house get connected through placement or through aspect, or 6th and 12th house placed together in, say for example, in any other house, while the Vipareet Raj Yoga and all may happen, but the issues related to health may still pop up. Here a chronic ailment requires you long hospitalization regularly. So these are the manifestations. So we talked about Mars. If moon gets strongly afflicted and the 4th house and the 4th lord gets afflicted, then heart ailments become a higher, stronger possibility. Emotional challenges, emotional meltdowns, nerves related problems can be a bigger challenge. If Venus gets afflicted, the 8th house gets afflicted, then, or even the 7th house gets afflicted, then, and the 7th or the 8th lord gets afflicted along with Venus and the house getting afflictions where nature of malefics being placed in it, then the sexual organs can have a problem. Women can have challenges related to the menstrual cycle or their menstrual related challenges, hormonal related challenges, women related challenges may happen. If both the 3rd house for women as well as the 6th house gets afflictions or challenges, then thyroid related challenges which the neck represents for the 3rd house and the chronic ailments of the 6th house can become an issue. So the Venus is more related to your potency or impotency, your ability to indulge in the sexual act, how much intimacy, how much libido you have. If Venus is very, very strongly afflicted, then the person's sexual need will be so high that he wants to indulge often. And sometimes if Rahu gets involved, then in a very intimate or a hidden affair also. So now this is not health related, but the habits also can become related to the sexual challenge, and that can overall in the long run lead to STDs or sexually transmitted diseases also because of a malefic getting into the equation. If Ketu is placed in a house or with any lord along with the Karaka also getting afflicted, then the issue of the health may not be easy to get over with, and in spite of all the medication that you do, it may continue for a long period of time and it may not let go. If Rahu gets involved in the mix, then identifying the disease, identifying the challenge itself, identifying the ailment itself becomes the challenge. And here the diagnosis is not very, very important, very easy. And while a diagnosis happens, you try the treatment, but the treatment doesn't work. After years, you get to know that something else was the problem or something else was related to it. Rahu also gives you challenges at the DNA level, at the genetic level, which you can't do anything about, including if Saturn and Rahu gets into the mix. Rahu and Mars get into the mix, then heat related challenges, accident related challenges, nervous breakdowns, over aggression, fire related challenges may also be seen. Then the next is doshas. Doshas like the Vish dosha, the Shrapit dosha, the Kalpsap dosha, the Guru Chandal dosha. Even some yogas like the Chandra Mangal yoga can also give you a challenge. Chandra Mangal yoga is Moon and Mars coming together. But if any afflictions get involved, they become a part of the 6th, the 8th or 12th house, or any of these lords aspects or gets placed with them, then over emotionality, aggression due to over emotionality, nervous breakdown can also be seen. Certain ailments may also come because of some big challenging doshas, for example the Sakata dosha. Here, because there are so many challenges in life that usually the person's capacity or the immunity goes down so much, especially if the Lagna is also under affliction, that the person is just not able to cope. So the food intake, the energy intake is low, the person's immunity is low, and then the person gets hit by many ailments. So in general, a combination of the Lagna getting afflicted, the house lord, the house getting afflicted, and the Karaka of that house or that particular area of life getting afflicted adds up to a health challenge, and then can become a chronic ailment if 6th house gets involved, sudden popping up if 8th house gets involved, hospitalization requirement if 12th house gets involved. And this is how at one glance within 2 to 3 minutes you can identify what the challenge can be. The remedies to these is simple. Lifestyle challenges or lifestyle can be one of the biggest areas, along with an attitude and a behavior change towards keeping that thing intact or keeping that the issue even before it comes in. So if, for example, if your 6th house is strongly afflicted, Jupiter is very, very strongly afflicted, Lagna is strongly afflicted, then digestive related, food related challenges may be seen. So eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, keeping your weight under control, drinking lots of water, taking off toxins from your body regularly, visiting the doctor and having health checkups regularly is a norm. Sleeping properly and exercising and keeping diets and being in a good mood, being in a upbeat mood and being in a motivated mood, and lastly submitting to the Lord and taking anything and everything which comes as part of your path in your stride, and being grateful, not carrying any negative baggage. So in simple, not losing your anger, not carrying any negative baggage about anybody, being forgiving, letting go of baggage, not allowing that to become a wish dosha in your life, and leading a healthy life, taking care of your health, exercising regularly, not being cynical, being optimistic, and lastly completely submitting to the will of the Lord, you will find generally you will keep a good health, and if at all even very strong afflictions come by you, it will be easier for you to cope with them even if you are not able to 100% cure them. And that, my friend, it's short and sweet, is about the quick and easy way to look at the horoscope and analyze where the challenges can come through in health and how to handle and overcome. So friends, look at your own horoscopes, look at the challenges in your horoscope if there are any, and take steps accordingly that we have discussed. Please like this video, please share this video, and if you are looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me, the links given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is a friend, astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.